From bizarre, tricycle-like monsters stuck in mud to futuristic unmanned killing machines soaring through the sky, the journey of Soviet and Russian tank development reads like a wild fever dream of military engineering. This is the untold story of how a nation transformed mettle, ambition, and sheer desperation into the world's most fearsome armored legacy. Lebedenko Tank, the failed giant. Picture a machine more resembling a circus contraption than a weapon of war. The Lebedenko tank featured colossal front wheels reaching nearly 9 meters skyward, designed to steamroll obstacles. Engineers envisioned an unstoppable titan. Reality proved crueler. During its maiden trial, the miniature rear wheel became hopelessly mired in soft earth, transforming this ambitious leviathan into an immobile monument to overconfidence and impractical design philosophy. Zvezdochod, the pioneering all-terrain experiment. This peculiar creation represented humanity's earliest attempts at conquering varied battleground conditions. Utilizing a singular wide rubber track paired with diminutive steering wheels, the Zvezdochod embodied revolutionary thinking. Despite its visionary approach to mobility challenges, the contraption never progressed beyond experimental phases. Its bizarre configuration highlighted the immense gulf between theoretical innovation and battlefield practicality, teaching valuable lessons for future armored vehicle development. SER Tank, naval power meets land warfare. Imagine transplanting a warship's devastating firepower onto tank treads. The SAR tank attempted exactly this audacious fusion, mounting massive naval artillery atop an armored chassis. This landship concept emerged decades ahead of contemporary thinking, featuring formidable armor protection. However, its extraordinary weight demanded specialized railway wheels for mere transportation to combat zones, revealing the practical impossibility of deploying such magnificent yet cumbersome weapons effectively. Building a nation's arsenal. Interwar Developments Ruski Renault, Soviet Industrial Awakening. This vehicle marked a watershed moment in Soviet military history. As a meticulous reproduction of France's celebrated Renault FT design, it demonstrated that the fledgling communist nation possessed sufficient industrial sophistication and manufacturing capability to produce complex armored fighting vehicles domestically. The Ruski Renault symbolized independence, proving Soviet factories could replicate and eventually surpass foreign military technology without external assistance or dependency. T-18 MS, one foundation of Soviet armor. Small, nimble, and historically significant, the T-18 became the first mass-manufactured Soviet tank design. Despite modest dimensions, this machine served as the grandfather of Soviet armored forces, providing essential training for countless early tank crews. Its reliability and accessibility created a generation of experienced tankers who would later command increasingly sophisticated machines, establishing operational doctrines that would define Soviet armored warfare for decades to come. T-12 and T-24 medium tank experiments. These vehicles represented tentative steps toward heavier armored vehicles. The T-12 suffered chronic mechanical failures that plagued testing programs. Its successor, the T-24, introduced innovative dual-turret configuration, separating main gun and machine gun functions. Despite these technical advancements, production remained extremely limited, with only a handful manufactured. These early medium tanks provided crucial engineering lessons, informing subsequent successful designs despite their own operational shortcomings. T-27 Tankette, mass-produced reconnaissance. Based on British Carden Lloyd designs, this diminutive tankette served scouting and infantry support roles. Lacking a rotating turret and notoriously cramped for crew members, the T-27 compensated through sheer simplicity. Its uncomplicated design enabled massive production quantities, flooding Soviet forces with reconnaissance capabilities. Though severely limited in combat effectiveness, these tiny vehicles taught tactical lessons and provided mobility for infantry formations across vast Soviet territories. T-26 Light Tank, Interwar Backbone. This British Vickers-inspired design became the definitive Soviet light tank throughout the 1930s. Combining versatility with mechanical reliability, the T-26 proved its worth across multiple conflicts, seeing extensive combat in Spanish Civil War, and Far Eastern border clashes years before World War II commenced. Its widespread deployment and combat effectiveness established Soviet confidence in armored warfare, creating experienced crews and tactical doctrines for the coming global conflagration. BT-2, Revolutionary Speed Demon. Built for breathtaking velocity, the BT-2 inaugurated the fast tank series utilizing Christie's suspension technology. This innovative system permitted operation on tracks or, remarkably, on wheels alone after shedding track components. This dual-mode capability enabled unprecedented cross-country speeds, allowing rapid battlefield repositioning. The BT-2 literally flew across terrain, introducing Soviet forces to the intoxicating possibilities of highly mobile armored warfare that would define future operations. BT-5, Enhanced Predator. Evolution perfected the high-speed concept with enlarged turret accommodating a potent 45mm gun. For its era, the BT-5 represented a formidable hunting machine, capable of outrunning and outgunning virtually any contemporary light tank globally. Its combination of firepower and mobility created tactical flexibility, enabling aggressive reconnaissance, exploitation of breakthroughs, and rapid flanking maneuvers that terrified slower, more conventional enemy armored formations across multiple theaters. T-37A, Amphibious Pioneer. This groundbreaking vehicle became the world's first mass-produced amphibious tank. Equipped with propeller and rudder, the T-37A navigated lakes and rivers effortlessly, providing Soviet reconnaissance units decisive advantages across Eastern Europe's marshy, waterlogged terrain. This capability enabled scouts to bypass natural obstacles that halted conventional forces, gathering intelligence and establishing bridgeheads that facilitated subsequent major operations, demonstrating Soviet innovative thinking in combined arms warfare. T-28, Multi-Turret Breakthrough Tank. Featuring 3 independent turrets, this medium tank was designed for penetrating fortified defensive positions. While its multiple gun positions provided impressive firepower across various directions, the complex layout created nightmarish coordination challenges for commanders during actual combat. Crew communication difficulties and mechanical complexity limited effectiveness, teaching Soviet designers that firepower concentration in single turrets proved more practical than distributed armament across multiple positions. T-35, Land Battleship Propaganda Icon. The ultimate expression of multi-turret philosophy, boasting 5 independent turret positions, this massive machine served primarily as propaganda, showcasing Soviet industrial might. During military parades, it looked absolutely magnificent. However, actual combat revealed catastrophic flaws. Excessive slowness and mechanical fragility rendered it nearly useless in modern, fast-moving warfare. The T-35 remained more symbol than effective weapon, beautiful but ultimately impractical for real battlefield conditions. T-29, Universal Tank Experiment. Engineers attempted merging T-28 heavy firepower with Christie high-speed suspension, creating a theoretical universal tank combining power and velocity. This ambitious design sought balancing seemingly contradictory requirements, heavy armor with rapid mobility. Unfortunately, the resulting complexity proved impossible to mass-produce economically. BT-7, Refined Speed Champion. The final, most refined iteration of the BT series featured improved sloped armor and high-performance engines, making it beloved among crews. Combining lessons from previous versions, the BT-7 achieved optimal balance between protection, firepower, and legendary speed. It remained frontline capable well into early Great Patriotic War years, proving that properly refined designs could remain relevant even as technology advanced rapidly around them. T-46, Ambitious Replacement Failure. Intended as T-26 replacement, this project attempted combining high-speed suspension with traditional light tank configuration. Despite sound engineering principles, the design proved excessively expensive and complex for Red Army's practical needs and budget constraints. Production cancellation demonstrated that superior performance sometimes mattered less than economic feasibility and manufacturing simplicity, especially when equipping massive armies requiring thousands of vehicles simultaneously across enormous territories. T-38, improved amphibious scout. Building upon T-37A experience, this wider, more stable amphibious scout offered improved water performance. Though armor remained paper-thin, providing minimal protection, its value lay in silently crossing water obstacles and conducting reconnaissance behind enemy lines. The T-38 represented iterative improvement philosophy, taking successful concepts and refining weaknesses systematically. Its capabilities remained indispensable for gathering intelligence and conducting preliminary operations before major offensives commenced. SMK, Heavy Tank Transition. This giant twin-turret heavy tank was developed to replace aging T-35 designs. Featuring turrets stacked at different heights for improved coverage, initial testing during the Finnish Winter War revealed harsh truths. Single-turret designs proved far more efficient and less cumbersome operationally. The SMK served as expensive lesson, convincing Soviet designers to abandon multi-turret philosophy permanently in favor of more practical, concentrated firepower arrangements. T-100, twin-turret rival. Competing directly against SMK, the T-100 boasted heavy armor and imposing physical presence. Like its rival, it featured twin turrets for supposedly enhanced firepower distribution. Combat testing similarly demonstrated that multi-turret tanks were excessively heavy, dangerously tall battlefield targets, and difficult to manage effectively. Both vehicles taught identical lessons. Future heavy tanks required single powerful turrets, not distributed weapons, fundamentally reshaping Soviet heavy tank development philosophy.